What if some of the videos you're watching about YouTube growth from gurus are actually leading you astray, making it harder for you to get the views that you so desperately want? In this video, I want to point out what could be allegedly lies. Now, whether they're intentional or not is hard to know, but without question, there are a number of things that so-called gurus are lying about, and I just want to come clean. I make videos about YouTube growth, and I don't see anything wrong with that. If you do, you should leave immediately. This is kind of different where I just want to speak my mind and be transparent and honest with you about not only these lies, but three kinds of videos that gurus typically make, including myself, but sadly, only one of these types of videos can help you to move forward and actually grow a YouTube channel. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about examples that so-called gurus often use that probably can't help you. Like you see something from someone like Alex Hormozi, you see these examples, and sadly, they can't help you move forward because you don't have some of the fundamental things that they do. So let's really dive into this particular video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Brian. I love creating. I'm an author, speaker, and I just can't stop. And I think that's how I was able to get 100,000 YouTube subscribers, how I still do brand deals today. And I just want to share what I know today with you. If you're a returning viewer, closing crew, it's always a pleasure. If you're new to the channel, again, I'm Brian. Let's do this thing. Number one, let's just talk about some of the fundamental things we know beyond a shadow of a doubt can never help you to move forward and grow. The algorithm is changing. Not really since 2013 has there been major shifts to the YouTube algorithm that truly matter in a way that can help you because you understand the change. The algorithm has honored just a few fundamental core things like watch time for ages. 2013, the algorithm went from rewarding views to watch time. Another potential lie is your file name can actually help you get some kind of boost in the algorithm. This is fundamentally false. I've heard some people say like, well, your thumbnail file name may help you to show up in search on Google Images. Yes, but that's probably not where your audience is. They're on YouTube. And on YouTube, YouTube actually changes the file name of a thumbnail and it doesn't impact the ranking of a video or so on. And this kind of information is misguiding you from what you really need to focus on to move forward and achieve the success that you deserve. I see so many great creators that are so close. But if we never really stop ourselves and say, these are the things that matter, these things I need to improve or it won't work. And I'm going to cover three today that are core essentials, and they're also kind of loosely based on those three types of videos. You see, that's another problem that you may run into. There are three types of videos that show up all the time from big channels. One, for example, is changes and updates to the algorithm as well as the YouTube platform. Now, these are great to watch. It's good to understand what's happening on YouTube so you can make great decisions about the videos you make and your channel as a whole. But they can't ever really help you to get there. For example, this can't really help you make more money. And what I'm thinking about is there are some new changes that are coming to mid-roll ads. Now, if you're driving hundreds of thousands of views, then small changes to your mid-roll ads may increase your revenue by 5%. And that's the metric and number that YouTube mentioned on a recent Creator Inside video about the changes to mid-roll ads. But if you're not monetized, it doesn't matter. If you're driving less than 100,000 views a month, on long-form videos, again, it probably doesn't matter in terms of generating income that is truly life-changing. So one of the things to consider is if you're spending a lot of time watching videos about updates and whatnot, changes to YouTube, that's cool, but it's not going to really help you get there. The second type of video that won't really help you, but it's getting closer, is based on things that have a very, very small impact on the algorithm in your YouTube videos. For example, a lot of really popular videos are things like upload settings on YouTube that can help you get more views. There is a setting that without question, when you dial this in, it's going to crush. But in order to leverage this, you got to get viewers to the end of your video. Now, if you've got a problem keeping viewers to the end of your video, does that really help you get more views? Because I'm talking about end screens, and when viewers click end screens at a high level, that sends a big signal to the YouTube algorithm, and you can get more views. But how good are you at keeping viewers watching past, say, 3 minutes? Now, for me, my record is about a 10-minute average view duration. We can measure that inside YouTube Studio and so on. But this is another example of, categories of videos that sadly can't really help you to move forward until you master and understand these 3 core fundamentals. And now we're starting to get a little bit closer because we're getting closer to that last category. But other types of videos that fall into this, like, it's close to YouTube, but it's not the thing that'll get you more views, might be, don't tell anybody about your YouTube channel. When you get what's most important to viewers and the YouTube algorithm, I guarantee it won't matter if you tell a few friends over dinner while you're sipping margaritas and eating tacos, because the algorithm will send your video out to more viewers who are going to click more of the time and watch your video longer and so on. Once you start doing that, you'll get what you want. But with watching videos about when to upload on YouTube and what time to upload, it doesn't matter. Don't tell your friends about YouTube, doesn't really matter that much. It's good to know there's great creators creating these videos, including myself, because these videos are popular with people watching videos, maybe you. Now, this brings me to the number one type of video you really want to watch, and that's strategy videos. But there's a bunch of issues, again, with strategy videos. This would be a video on how to improve your CTR. Now, CTR is one of the fundamental, most critical elements to a successful video. If viewers don't click, they can't watch, and your video can't get views. That just makes sense. So understanding how to improve your CTR with compelling titles, with great thumbnails and so on, is really smart and can help you to move forward and get more views. Videos that talk about audience retention and how to keep viewers watching and so on is a great video because it's based in the fundamentals that matter the most to viewers. Because when you start trying to figure that out, you're really focused on the things that matter, like storytelling and engagement and editing and so on. And as you lay out your video and plot and figure out how to increase the CTR, keep those viewers watching longer, you're going to be doing fantastic. But I mentioned there are some big issues. Alex Hormozi is blowing up, and his videos are often really raw and simple. And I've seen him say, you don't need to have fancy editing. And Sam Sulek is another great example. But both of these individuals are huge. They have huge, extraordinary results. If you're not making millions of dollars, but you're talking about business, you've got to figure out another way forward, which is really honoring the core fundamentals, the 3 things that I'm going to cover. I need to warn you, there's nothing that you probably don't know. If you've been on YouTube and you've been watching videos, you kind of know it, but are you honoring it? Are you really focused on improving your CTR? Are you trying to unravel that mystery? Are you trying to keep viewers watching your videos longer? And once you make that shift, I guarantee you'll see better results. The last thing I want to say is based on those 3 fundamental things that trigger views. And it's what I've been talking about in this entire video. Getting viewers to click, getting them to watch longer, and then number 3 is returning viewers. And if you put blinders on and you really try to honor and watch videos in these areas, you'll crush it. And there's one method that I've used that really helps me to do that. And it's based on this new book I'm going to write and this new training course. And it's just choosing one thing at a time to truly focus on. Because we're always going to get better if we're on camera, as long as we're trying. We're always going to learn little things when it comes to video editing, as long as we're editing. And it doesn't mean you need to edit, but it does mean that on the journey as a YouTuber, you'll be faced with roadblocks. And the moment you figure out how to overcome those roadblocks, those obstacles, you'll crush it. So the thing to consider is that when you choose one thing like YouTube thumbnails or images or writing titles and you focus on that consciously over a month, I guarantee you will get better and you'll pick up tricks, and then you go on to the next thing. And instead of trying to do all the things, like lead yourself and know that there are only really 10 things that matter to YouTube videos that crush it. And in an upcoming video, I'm going to drop the whole shebang talking about this process. And again, can I just say it's been great to hang out with you today. YouTube is really challenging, but you can make it. So do this. Check out the video on the screen now to go over some of these things, like why the algorithm may be holding you back and what you can do to really improve your CTR, your watch time, and more. You dig?